welcome back. In this video we are gonna talk about how to customize our carousel. What is our carousel? Is basically just jQuery plugin to create a beautiful responsive carousel slider. Okay, so you can go to our carousel2.github.io/our carousel2. This is the link. So let's go to demos and just go to the basic. Okay, basically this is the basic template, basic theme when you using our carousel, and it's so really powerful, I think. And we can drag the every item in here. We have the navigation and we can click next, preview, and we have the indicator as well. We are gonna customize this basic owl carousel, and we need to create something like this. Okay, this is the final project we want to create. Basically this is just so very simple. I add arrow icon in here, and basically this icon from to flat icon, you can go to flat icon and type next arrow or previous arrow. You can find this beautiful SVG icon. Basically this is I'm using for the next, and this is I'm using for the preview. Of course you can use anything you want. You can just click that and go to SVG, or if you want to PNG you can do that, but I like using SVG, and you can download for free. Okay, but I don't want to do that because I have already doing that. So let's close it out. Or maybe you can use font awesome icon if you want, and or maybe you own icon. Okay, it doesn't really matter. So in the default theme, as you can see, the navigation put in the button in here, and we change the position to top in here. So I don't want to talking so much, guys. So let's go to the code. Okay, basically let's go to, where is that, documentation, and all right, so let's scroll. Let's make it a little bigger. So what we need to do is just copy this CSS and go to in here and go to index.html. It's empty for now. So let's create a HTML boilerplate. And what we need to do is just paste in under the title. Okay. So basically in here we link the our carousel min.css and our theme default min.css. And if we go to the owl carousel folder, in here we have the CSS and the JavaScript as well, and of course the jQuery, because owl carousel is a jQuery plugin. Okay, so you can download this file on our carousel, which is go to the download in here. Okay, so let's copy the script. Let's change the directory to our carousel /jQuery.min.js. Okay, cool. And basically I'm using live server extension. So in here I have a go live button. So let's click that. Okay, cool. So the first, let's change the title to custom carousel. In the body, let's create a h1 with the class title and give a carousel custom style. Okay, save is gonna be automatically reload in the browser. I'm gonna give something like that. Okay, cool. So let's give a container in here. I will this container. And if you want to using our carousel, I'm gonna show you in here. If you want to using this basic template, basic theme, I think you can just copy the JavaScript and HTML as well. But I like to, yeah, just typing everything from scratch. Oh, okay. So let's create our carousel class and our theme, and inside in here let's create a div with the class item, and inside in here to create heads for it number 1. Okay, so let's copy and paste this couple times and change the number to 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, in this item, of course, you can styling that. Maybe you want to put your image, text, or something like that. But this video, I just want to make this really simple. And yeah, let's open script tag and source. It's gonna be /main.js. Let's go to the main.js. So let's grab ID owl carousel with jQuery. Not ID, this is class. Carousel. And we're using our carousel in here. Okay, so what we need to do is create a loop. We set the loop to true and give a margin. Margin is basically make it a little bigger. Basically, it's space between item in here. Okay, so let's give a margin 10, and navigation let's set to true. If you set to false, navigation is not gonna be showing up. Just by doing this, when we save, as you can see in here, we have the beautiful, not, is beautiful or not? Of course, we need to styling the every item so you can see very clearly. Okay, so go to the index. I'm not gonna create custom CSS file because it's just so very simple. So let's create a style tag and grab the body and give a font family sans serif. Okay, grab the title, make it at center. So text align center and give a margin top and bottom to 4 rem and left and right to 0. And for the owl container, I want to give a maximal width. So owl container, give a maximal width to maybe 900 pixel. Yeah, make it at center, so margin 0 outer. And for every item, I want to give the background to blue. Not really blue, I think I want to give something like that. Change the color, text color to white, and make it so. Let's save that for the first time, and let's see what we have. Okay, this is what we have because we don't give a hake. So let's give a hake to 10 RAM, save, and here we go. I want to make this number to very center, so let's do it flexbox. So display flex, justify content center, and line item center. Save, and now everything is center. Cool. So let's make it a little bigger. So item h4, I want to change the size to maybe 2 RAM or something. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, but why this owl? Oh yeah, I'm wrong typing container in here. Container, yeah, save, and here we go. Okay, so basically it's not responsive. Wait, it's not responsive because we don't set the responsive in main.js. Okay, so let's go to the main.js, and in here let's grab responsive from 0 to 599. I want to showing the item, just one item. Okay, so let's just copy this, and from 600 to 999, I want to showing the item to 3 item, and from 1000 pixel and more, what I want to do is showing items 5. Okay, so save, and now yeah, I need to give a comma in here. So let's see, we have one item, 3, and 5. Okay, so far so good. If you want, you can set the auto apply to true. It's gonna be auto applying, as you can see in this carousel. Here we go. Okay, this is the basic, like we see in this in here. Okay, just really basic. So how we change this position to in here? Okay, basically you can inspect and go to our container and our carousel, and in here we don't create our nav or our dot class, but our carousel give us this class. Okay, so we can styling this. So in here we have our nav, which is everything in here. Okay, so as you can see, okay, so of course we can styling this. So for example, I want to go to style and grab the class owl nav, and I want to give a maybe background to red or something. As you can see, now we have red. Okay, so we can style in this. So how to change the position? Of course, we need to set the position to absolute, so we can change the position to wherever we want. So position absolute, to grab to top 0 and right 0. Okay, now save. As you can see, now our nav is put in here. I don't want to in here, I want to put in here. So let's change the top to minus maybe 3 RAM or something, and here we go. It's gonna be put in here. Okay, so far so good. But how we change this icon to whatever icon we want? Okay, so let's go to main.js, and remember we have icon from flaticon.com, which is left arrow and right arrow. So in the very top, I want to create a variable called next icon and set to I want to open img tag in here, and source is gonna be equals to in this folder, and the file name is right arrow.svg, and give an alt, maybe right. Okay, so let's copy and paste, and down here we need to change this to previews, and the icon as well. Let's change to previews, and alt. Okay, cool. So under nav, let's do nav tags. So in here, basically is you can change whatever you want. For example, I want to maybe this is a preview, just the tags, okay. And next, when I saving that, I need to call mine here. When I save that, as you can see, now we have tags, okay. So we can change this for everything we want, and basically we can copy this variable and put in here. Okay, for the next icon, and this is gonna be the first is gonna be previews. So let's grab previews and save. Now, you know, what the problem? Okay, so we wrong type in name file. It should be left, not prev. So let's give a left, save. So now you don't have anything, even the image, we don't see this. So what happened in here basically is, so let's go to index.html, and let's scroll down, and in here what we need to do is just grab the image and give a width to 100%, and I'm saving this. As you can see, now we have the icon. Okay, so it's it's a really bigger. Okay, so let's styling this navigation. So let's go in here to grab the owl dash nav, and we need to grab the previous owl dash previous, because in here we have owl previous and owl next class. Okay, so we can styling whatever we want. Okay, so remember in here when we hover we have a background, we don't need that. So let's go to in this styling, and we grab the hover and copy everything in here again, paste in here. It's gonna be next. Okay, so let's change the background to none. But if you save this and you hover, this icon is still showing in the background. So what you need to do is just give a important tag in here, important keyword, and let's remove the outline as well. While we do that, and give a opacity to 1. Okay, so under in here, let's grab the owl nav, owl previews, and let's copy again, paste in here. Let's change to next. So inside in here we need to grab the outline, set to none, and give an opacity to 0.6, and give a transition all 0.5 second, and just do is okay. So save. Oh, even I'm not changing the width. Of course you can change the width in image for maybe 18 pixel. So now we have a beautiful nav. Okay, of course you can change to wherever you want. You can put in here for the next, and for the previews you can put in here. Okay, so let's changing the dot, meaning the indicator in here. Okay, so I want to push everything to the bottom, so let's grab the owl dots, because we have this class when we inspect element in this project. Okay, so let's give a margin top to ram, save, and it's gonna be push the indicator a little bit down. Okay, cool. And as you can see in here, when the dot is active, meaning the color is changing, I want to change the size. So how we doing that? So it's really simple. Basically I will dots and active, because let's see, as you can see in here, when the dot is active, it's gonna be adding class called active. Okay, it's gonna be added in here, and okay, so let's grab the active. So that's the reason we put active in here. So let's give a transform Let's change the scale to 1.2. Why we have 1.2? And when I saving this, as you can see, it's not work. Okay, because it's not dot, it should be every single dot. So save, and now it should see that it's more bigger. But I want to give a transition to all 0.2 second is save. Now we have a little animation. But I want to, when we hover, we have the scale transition as well. So let's give a comma in here, and I will dash dot hover, save, and now we have a little scale animation. But as you can see in here, this is a mobile version. In the mobile version, we don't need to see this nav. So let's remove for the mobile version. So let's create a media screen, and maximal width you need to set to 600 pixel, and our nav we need to set display none, and we need to hide the indicator as well. But if you don't, you can doing that. Our dots, let's give a display none. Okay, save, and this is gonna be gone. Okay, this is the final project, and I hope, of course, you learned something new. And yeah, I think that's it. And I'm gonna see you in the next video, and bye.